And we're back to it. First of all, got the these chaps. I don't think the light's going to be good enough really. Show them off. Ooh. Just kind of gone for like the big tufts, which I only did them because they're quite cheap. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not massively convinced on them. However, I don't think they look terrible, so I'm sticking with them. I think it's like £4 for that. I'm looking at making my own tufts at some point, but it's finding the right colour static grass that I like. I don't know yet. And also with my Romans, I want to base them all similar to like my Republican Romans, because then I can kind of share units. If I wanted to. Obviously, there's going to be a bit of a difference between Republican and Imperial, but I could share. So I've done some Gaelic Cav, which I'm going to plan on using for both armies. So having them all kind of a similar sort of basing allows me to make the most of it. But yeah, I'm not massively sold on these. What I have done is probably lost it now. I've cut down the these I don't know why they're there. I've cut down the tufts before and just made them a bit smaller and kind of work a bit better. But we'll see if that actually makes a difference. Yeah, I probably would have gone for a smaller tuft, and these are quite tall as well. They're I think they're 6mm high, quite high. I think I would have rathered a 4mm. But I don't know, maybe for like, I don't know, if I want to base them in like Gaul or something like that, it could work. Yeah, that's the that's it cut down. What I'm going to do is get rid of that. Yeah, right. Can you yeah. So I'll cut down the tuft, comparing it to say like that, which is a big tuft. Big difference. But I don't know, playing with it. I don't think it looks terrible with the big tufts. I don't dislike it. Time really, the hand. If I had smaller tufts, it'd be a bit easier. It's handy having these tufts because you can just literally stick them on and move on. That's what I do, and I'm using 3 different colours of tufts. Which does make a difference. It just kind of breaks up the. That's kind of what when I did my American Civil War, I used one type of static grass, which I wasn't so keen on because it's just very bland. Looks the same, but what I went with in the end. Boom. Done. That's that done for now. Move that back to the side. So that's I can't bother to show you that easy. There's 16 done now anyway. 16 Romans done. Based and ready to go. And back to this. Let's make a start on these chappies. Because I moved all my painting stuff back to kind of where it belongs, so I need to refigure out what was I using. Figure out what paints I was using for the metals. Right, I need that. Need that. Need that. So what I don't need is these. Don't need that. Don't need greens. Alright. There you can go. So what I need to do. Get a fan on. I might try do. Get more of the table in. There we go. That's a bit better. I know I need that. Rethinking stuff. That's all. That's all it is. Push that to one side. I think I have a new pot of Leadbelcher. Pretty sure I bought one. Unless this is it. I just don't get how I'm just out of paint constantly. I just find it quite painful spending loads of money on paint. This is just about slopping it on. I don't know if anyone is playing Imperial Romans for Hail Caesar yet, but Infamy yet. But I'm starting up an army. However, I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet. So I've got 3 units of 8 legionaries, and I'm picking up a pack of auxiliary, which will give me at least 2 units of 8 auxiliary infantry, that is. So then my next thoughts is what I'm gonna. I don't think that's enough points for a army force. I guess I gotta look into it. If not, do I look at getting some range? And if so, what do I get? I'm eyeing up some slingers because I want to use them for my Republican Roman force as well. So I'm going to think if I pick up some slingers, I can use that in both armies. But I'm not sure what people think of them. Are they a bit rubbish for Imperial Romans? Especially when you got the auxiliary archers you could use. I don't know if people would rate them over. I don't know. People might say, yeah, definitely just use the archers, don't bother with slingers. The only obviously, I guess it's points cost. There might be people out there who'd rather run the slingers because they're easier to field, maybe? I don't know. I'm just thinking if I go for slingers, good chance I'm going to use them in another army as well, so I'm going to get more money out of it. Like money's worth out of it. But then also the archers look pretty cool. Some nice archer models. I don't know who I'd go for the archers really. I was watching a very old video from Leon, I think it was, and I can't think who he was. Company now. That's going to annoy me actually. I spent the last few days looking on their website. What company was it? Oh, that's annoying. That's very annoying. Okay, I don't think I can remember the company, but I'll have to go back and look at this video or check my phone at some point and check what company it is. But anyway, it was a company and they do some nice sculpts as well for Roman auxiliary, so that's like another option. Maybe, so we'll see. But yeah, I got to kind of have a think about what I want to run in my Imperial Roman army. It's either slingers or archers. Or I just don't run range, I don't know. I guess it's. I think I build up what I'll have, what I've got, and see. See how many points I got left. I'm looking forward to getting the auxiliary infantry there. It's going to be fun. I really like the look of them. That's more of a reason why I'm buying them is purely just because I think they look awesome. But I'll get some use out of them anyway. I've already got some transfers coming for them, so I haven't actually bought the models yet, but I do have the transfers on the way. I've gone for a green shield transfer, so got these main legionaries which are blue. I'm going for green with the auxiliary. I was thinking red, but I went away from red in the end because it's just very hey Adam, hey Adam. The red is very overdone. In fact, Adam, you know exactly what I'm talking about because me and Ben were only talking about it in the chat the other day about red Romans. Red Romans. Sup, Adam? You working hard or hardly working? Hype for some infamy. Me too, man. Raise your hand on one. Yeah, I'll show you. I think you've already seen the photos of my legionaries. Yeah. I'm just painting up my last 8 of my legionaries. And then I'm picking up an auxiliary box on the weekend from Big. So, start on them. Plus, I don't know, I want to get some metals to use as leaders or something, but I'm not sure yet. But I was just saying, like, I might get don't know what range to get for this army. According to like infamy, I can use slingers or archers. Whereas the slingers are going to be a cheaper choice. Also, I feel like the slingers could be I could use it for my Republican Romans. So, and like I don't know, still, is it 8 models for 12 quid? I think through Victrix, or is it 12 models for 12 quid? Can't remember. Yeah, it was 12 quid. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, I get to pick something like that I might use for other stuff. I don't know. I need a wet pallet. I got loads of lead belt trout to paint this, and then I'm 4 models in and it's dried. Ugh. God, this is tough. Not really feeling painting at the moment. I don't know. Have you been doing much painting, Adam? I haven't really. I'm looking forward to the auxiliary because it's going to be. I I like to think it's going to be pretty easy because they're chainmail, so I can literally be paint lead, belcher, and wash it, and that's what I do for chainmail and leave it at that. So I'm hoping they're going to be quite, and I quite like the poses on the auxiliaries, but even still, I think they're going to be quite easy to paint. I managed to paint some of my sisters. My pagan brass. Oh, nice. I don't know. Have you felt kind of like a meh painting kind of block? A few chaps I chat to on on YouTube, they're saying how they've lost their mojo, which I agree with. I'm the same. Kind of just felt that I can't be bothered. This is just such. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I had that with some of my Victrix, my Napoleonic Victrix. Like so many like little straps and stuff, and it's almost daunting. And that's why I kind of like more basic stuff because you don't have to spend hours, especially on Napoleonics. Oh, hey Stug, you're back into ACW. It took a while, but you're back. Here we go. I was only thinking of eyeing up some more ACW stuff. It's funny you should say that. I get some knowledge about a Health Saturday project. I remember painting Magnus over 2 weeks. Yeah. I don't know, I guess it's nice to have some detailed stuff going on, as well as just some like super easy stuff that you can kind of just flutter in between, so you can spend a bit of time detailing and then go and knock out 8 dudes fairly easy with base layering and washing. Like I did it with my my Norman army. That was pretty. It was super basic. It was just like yeah, really basic, and I could just smash through it. Which is nice. And it almost just picks you back up, like if you're sat at something for ages and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere. Ooh. Doing something that's quite you can trawl through quite quickly. It kind of I find for me anyway, it makes me give me a bit more, spurs me on a bit. That's what I feel anyway. That's why I kind of like the Romans and stuff, because I feel like you don't have to do a lot sometimes, and to get them looking quite nice. And it's rewarding having them all kind of ranked up. I think that helps as well. I think sometimes you're working on like a small team or something like that, it can kind of be like. But when you're working on like stuff like this, when you got like I do an 8-man blobs because I do them in 8-man units, and all of a sudden it's like nice seeing this 8-man unit lined up, all done. Did you say you're at big this Saturday, Adam? Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Because I'm gonna try Shallow. I mean, I haven't got loads of things on the go. I'm just doing my Romans now, so I haven't got like 2 different projects on the go I can bounce between. Maybe I should. I think I'm just gonna stick with Romans because I'm in the mood for the Romans, and then when I get a bit bored of it, I got my World War One German sat there, which I'm liking the idea of I like the idea of trying like a muddy World War One Somme sort of type basing style. So that's what I'm going to do my Germans up with. I'm going to kind of base them with like going to try to do muddy appearance with maybe puddles and maybe some like barbed wire and stuff. Make it a bit more like No Man's Land style basing. And I'm looking forward to trying that. So I think that's going to help me spur me on with the Germans. You're playing 9th Ed. Thousand Suns against Dark Elder. I thought I read it somewhere. I couldn't find it. Who's Dark Elder? As in, who's playing Dark Elder, not who are the Dark Elder? Do 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 do. James, he bought 70. I'm gonna say that 1750 points of Dark Elder for 200 quid seems cheap. I don't know. Is it cheap? Is that why you were saying it because it's cheap, or are you saying it because it's silly pricey? I don't know Games Workshop prices. I would say that sounds cheap, but I don't know. If you has any of your mates got the Indominus box set, Adam? Any of them running the new necky ROMs? Rubber neck ROMs? Yeah, still a bit silly. It's just, I don't know if it's because I'm trying to do this hobby on a budget, but I'm kind of like, I don't want to spend 200. Saying that, I've probably spent 200 quid on maybe some of my couple of my armies I've got. Maybe my ACW I spent that much on. Maybe, I don't know. I probably actually haven't. I don't know. Maybe some of the metal miniatures. So yeah, I don't know. It's crazy to think 200 quid is an army. Yeah, I think I'd struggle to spend that on a historical army. Yeah, Lewis and James bought 2. Is Lewis running Necrons, is he? Chloe said they look good. What looks good? The Indominus box sets, or? Oh, God, I'm tired. 9 o'clock. Here we go. Get some paint on these bad boys. Lewis is running it. Oh, hey, Leslie. The Romans. The Romans. They are Romans. My Romans. My Centurion. It's the 14th Legion, unless you're wondering. 14th Legion Germanica, I think it is. I keep looking it up and then forgetting it. They're the guys with the blue shields. Founded by, or created by Julius Caesar in 49 BC, I believe. These are Victrix plastic kits. Mainly because I say mainly because of the price of plastic, but these plastic kits aren't actually that cheap in comparison to other stuff. So I probably could have bought metal for a similar price. I quite like Victrix. I normally use Victrix, and I'm happy with how these guys look. I like Victrix has. I don't know. I quite like the proportions of all their stuff. I think a few metal companies I looked at, they do have a different scales and stuff. I find some of the companies I looked at, the heads or hands seem to be quite a bit bigger. Whereas I think Victrix, I like how it is. I'm a big fan of Victrix anyway. I'm always going to buy it. So yeah, these are my Roman legionaries, and I ordered some auxiliary infantry, so I'm going to get some auxiliary infantry and get them painted up soon. So yeah, I've got 16 legionaries here, all painted up. How do they fit size of the other bit bigger, like the Gauls? Or the other historics. I mean, I can compare these legionaries to the Greeks. I've got Greek historics from Victrix. I could try that now. I haven't compared them to any of their other. Actually, well, I've got some Gaelic Cav as well, but I think they're scale-wise, they seem fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could say they're much difference. Much different. There you go. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe these Roman chappies seem a bit smaller. I don't know. They seem fine scale-wise. They don't. I know some people could say the Warlord Romans are quite stumpy. Yeah, so I think these guys scale-wise look spot on, and that's why I quite like Victrix. Hey, Medieval Warrior, how are you? Okay. Greeks and Romans are very similar, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. The only I guess I haven't really had any issues with Victrix scaling. I've got some Napoleonics by Victrix, Republican Romans by Victrix, Gaelic Cav by Victrix, Samnites by Victrix. They're all packed away, so I can't really get them out. Yeah, exactly. Like, quite a few people make a good case on different scale companies and saying how, in theory, not everyone's going to be the same height. You are going to have tall people and small people, which they're very right in saying. I don't mind height differences. I find I've first corps miniatures, and I find their proportions are a bit odd compared to other stuff. The first corps heads seem quite big, and bodies seem like I noticed as well. The first corps seem a bit more 25mm than 28mm. They just seem that bit shorter, but no, I really like the Victrix. Really like the Victrix. I haven't got a base I can put. I normally try get the. I've run out of Sabbat bases that I'm going to be basing these chaps on, so I've got to keep taking them off this Greek. Keep taking these Greeks off the Sabbat base to show people all these Romans. First course depends on the sculptor. Oh, okay, I didn't know they had multiple different sculptors in first corps. I noticed. I guess this is down to the sculptor. There's a certain sculptor, and he does pick a lot of the same faces. So I've got some Roman generals mounted, and some of them comes with these kind of servants, and they're heads for the servants. Admittedly, there's two servants you get the same sculpts. Romans so far. I'm going to apologise that the lighting's a bit off. The lights over my workbench rather than. So you get two servants, and they are the same sculpts. But I noticed that you look at the first corps like Roman legionary engineers, and there's the same heads. It's almost like they've just picked the head that he sculpted and just chucked it on loads of different bodies. It's quite odd. Also, yeah, first corps is just quite a bit smaller. Yeah. I like first corps. I think for the price and stuff, there's some nice minis out there. I'm looking at getting some metal figures just to kind of add as sort of my characters in the army. So I've been looking at Warlord, some metal figures. Also, I want to look at getting a Roman like horse and cart, or oxen cart, or a cart in general, just for infamy. So I got that as an option for maybe doing some scenarios or something. And then I want to get an engineering unit. Backlight is excellent. Okay, well, as long as you can see. Because I've had it before, but it's been hard to kind of show off the chaps. So yeah. Oh yeah, I'm finishing this. So there's going to be 3 units of 8 legionaries, and then I've got at least 2 units of 8 auxiliary infantry, and then I've just got to figure out what I'm going to do for range. First Corps do some excellent engineers. Yeah, so I've looked at First Corps for engineers. I've looked at someone else, and I can't think who it is. Not all names. Oh, it might be Foundry. I'm going to have to look back through their website now. It might be Foundry that I've looked at for engineers. Yeah, I'm not sure now. But yeah, I quite like. I don't know. I haven't played Infamy yet, but yeah. So I've looked at Foundry engineers as well, which look quite nice. I haven't looked at First Corps engineers. I think I have. Go away. Keep pressing the wrong button. First Corps miniatures. I like the First Corps stuff. I was looking at Foundry do some great figures. A lot sculpted by Cobblestone and Perry's. Oh, by Perry's as well. Oh, actually no. I think I only realised that the other day that Perry's did some sculpts for them. What am I looking for? Ancients. I want to find early Imperial Romans. Right. Okay. Supplement packs, I guess. Okay. Yeah. So I can get. Yeah. So. I actually do Maximus Decimus Meridius. That's quite cool. So yeah, First Corps do some road builders or fort builders. But yeah, I don't know if you've got the First Corps website open, but I noticed like a lot of the heads for all these kind of builders and stuff are all same face. So is it Cobblestone or Cooplestone? What else has he sculpted then? Is he exclusively Foundry, or you've referenced the name as if I should know, which I don't really because I'm not that clued up on it. But if it's a name I should know, I think it'd be nice to realise what else he's done. If you go into anything, you need to watch the videos by Richard. He's doing some explain the rules well, road builders, and they are painted. Okay. Yeah, so I started watching the video on the deployment. He's just done a video on movement, hasn't he? I think. So yeah, I'm going to I will be looking at what he's doing. Richard Clark. Yeah, also part of me, I wouldn't mind buying some stuff just because I like the collection. I like building up a collection, so I wouldn't mind just getting some of those just for the fun. But yeah, who knows? I want to look at getting some siege. So Cobblestone runs his own business. Used to be a GW Scopes. Oh, okay. What business does he run then? I assume that's not Foundry. Yeah, surprising how GW kind of let go quite a few really good sculptures. Like the Perry sculpts are one of the best GW stuff they've got. You know, older stuff that is. Like all the Lord of the Rings. I love the Lord of the Rings stuff. I love Perry's, to be honest. I've got a massive ACW Perry army. I'm looking at starting a War of the Roses army, hopefully, maybe. but I've got enough on my table at the moment. And really, I want to start looking at actually playing some games because I haven't had enough games recently. So I want to probably start knuckling down and get some games played. And none of my mates play War of the Roses. I'm not going to miss out on anything at the moment. Yeah, some of the Foundry stuff's really nice. I quite like. After GW, went to Foundry, and then his own stuff: Darkest Africa, Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction, I've heard of that. Go check them out. Oh, is it Pulp Figures or Pulp Fiction? Ooh. Right, forget that. Oh. What I need to do is fire this back up. Fire this one back up. Ugh. Right. Get some washes on. I think maybe because I wasn't. I wouldn't say I wasn't around when they were Perry's and other people working for GW, but back then I wasn't massively invested in GW. So it's kind of, I know some of the older boys might be a bit more. They might probably know a bit more about the sculptors and what they've done and stuff, but I'm afraid I don't know that much. Be quite interesting. I was reading something the other day, and they were saying about like so many companies these days are going towards computer generating sculpts and kind of casting them that way. And if it is, there's still going to be. Oh, well, I think there definitely is, but people doing kind of hand sculpting poses and stuff. Is that going to be such a big thing in the future? I think it does, because I think hand sculpted minis do have a certain charm to them. But also, yeah, I find that's quite interesting. So I think, especially the way Victrix are going and stuff. Victrix seem fully computerized on what they do, like their plastic sculpts. That is. Most of these sculptors were them in the 90s. Yeah, I don't. When did the Perrys leave GW then? Was that in the noughties, or was that? Because I don't know how long they were with GW with the Lord of the Rings stuff. I mean, I can't think when I started getting into. So I started off GW with Lord of the Rings stuff, but I don't know when that was in the Lord of the Rings lifespan with GW. If it was kind of with the, because obviously they had the kind of all the three films come out, and what did they follow, like the Fellowship of the Ring sets they had, and then it came out to 2 Towers and then Return of the King. Yeah, I can't really remember when I at what point. I mean, I might have started getting into it after the Perrys after the Perrys had left. I don't know. Close that again. Yeah, Victrix do not do small stuff like Roman engines long before. Oh yeah, so yeah, I mean, I'm speaking of my knowledge of Perry's being Lord of the Rings, but obviously, yeah, they were around for a lot. I don't know. Maybe I didn't really get into fantasy. I got into fantasy. I started collecting fantasy just before Age of Sigmar came out. So I started, and I really like the idea of how fantasy works. You kind of have all your ranks and your formations and stuff, and hitting them in the flanks and being a bit tactical like that. So I started collecting a dwarf army, but then I knew there was a new version coming out, so I didn't base them. I kind of kept them unbased because I thought, when this new version comes out, I want to change my bases. And then Age of Sigmar came out, and I thought, no, this isn't. I think I played maybe one game of Age of Sigmar, 2 games, with some people who weren't overly interested. So, I mean, it didn't really help things. But then I haven't played it since. What I've done is dismantled that Dwarven army, and I've turned it into an army I use for Saga Age of Magic. It's always handy having the miniatures because I think I've come to realise that you can always reuse your miniatures for other systems. A lot of the time, that is. Maybe not some specific system-specific miniatures. But yeah, no, you are right. Victrix don't do these little cute. They just do these big box sets. Which, yeah, because I always find it fun. Like Victrix do the Imperial General sprue, which is really cool. Looks really nice. But you get 12 of them in a sprue, and I'm like, why are you going to want 12 Roman generals? Like if they were selling it as a sprue with 2 generals on for, say, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 quid, and you got the options to make these 2 generals, then I think people probably more often. I don't know. I don't see the appeal of buying 12 Roman generals unless they're designed in a way to make kind of the general's bodyguard or something. I don't know. So yeah, I've played a very small bit of bolt action. I got the rule set, which I've lent to a mate for now. I played it with a mate who he doesn't do tabletop gaming, but I kind of just showed him it, and he didn't mind it. He thought it was okay. But it's back before I went to a games club, so I was kind of I bought a bolt action. I got my big British World War II army, and then I panicked about getting terrain and stuff. So I'm quite a big like the idea of having a really nice table, like nice looking table, which I can't really do myself. I don't want to spend the money on terrain and all that. So, however, now we've joined a games club. My mate's got building a bolt action army, so we're gonna actually give it a go again. However, I want to look at Chain of Command at some point. So I've played that. I did a demo game for a mate of mine did a demo game for me, and I quite enjoyed that. And Black Powder haven't done. I played Sharp's Practice, which I quite like. However, yeah, I do want to give Black Powder a go. So enough people play it. It must be good. It's just, I don't know. I'm easing up on it, but I went for a phase where I just don't want to spend money on rule books. If I had to spend £30 on a rule book, I'd rather spend £30 on some more miniatures. You know. I guess I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to not want to buy any more miniatures. He says. Obviously, that will never come. That day will never come. But for now, I want to build up some armies. So. But yeah, I probably ought to, I want to give those systems a go, definitely. It's just bolt action I can do. It's just game time to do it, Sure, everyone's in the same boat, but trying to get all your mates together to do something, especially currently. Like I'm not deliberately not going out gaming at the moment because of COVID and everything. A couple of my mates are gaming now. They're back at the games club because the games club's done a very sensible thing of doing a social distancing and a limit on how many people come in and how many people. So me and my mates used to do 3 of us, and we used to go along and do a 3 battle, or we'd take it in turns, but we'd all be there and hang out together. Where we can't do that at the moment, there's only 2 people per table, so that's kind of put me off going to games club as well. Because part of the games club for me was just hanging out with my mates. So yeah, that's kind of currently put me off gaming at the moment. But obviously, yeah, when hopefully it will go back to normal soonish, and I can go back gaming. Chain of command will help with bot action. It will make you use your command structures better in bot action. Okay, yeah. I played. So yeah, I don't dislike bolt action. However, I really like the randomization that Too Fat Lardies bring to their game systems, and I still think bolt action is still a bit I go you. In a way, obviously it's not because of the randomization of the dice. Your opponent might not go, and you might be able to use up all your dice, do a load of stuff. However, apart from the randomization of what dice comes out of the bag, like that's it. Whereas what I like with Sharp's Practice is you can kind of have nothing come out of the bag. You go away end of the turn, which could kind of affects certain things in the game, which I really like. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the randomization of. I think still bolt action is still kind of quite competitive in a way. I'm not a big fan of. I like these random things that can happen in games, and I'm really up for narrative gameplay and stuff like that, and narrative games. And I think super randomization add to that narrative style. Whereas if it's very much, I'll pull this chip out of the bag, and now I can do whatever I want. It's still, yeah, I don't know. It still adds a bit of as long as you pull your dice out of the bag, then you can be like, I'm going to move this unit because that's what the unit I wanted to move all along. Whereas it's nice, kind of, if you go in Too Fat Lardy systems, you can be like, right, I've pulled this unit out of the bag, so now I have to move this unit, and it changes things. Hey Wayne, yeah, we're doing a stream tomorrow night. So the reason why we didn't do a stream the other night because I messed up and I didn't realize Stug was trying to see if I was free because my computer just didn't let me know I had a message on Skype basically, and that's how we communicate. So yeah, it's tomorrow night at 10:30. We will be starting our team. Okay, cheers, Lily. Have the right idea about the difference between Warlord and Too Fat Lardies. Yeah, okay. Well, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by for a bit. I mean, it's 9:30 here, so it's getting late for me. But yeah, cheers for stopping by, mate. But yeah, Wayne will be about tomorrow night, definitely chatting. We've got a contingency plan in case Skype plays up again, so we know what we're doing. We won't miss it this time. So yeah, make sure you're free. We'll just be being ourselves, chatting rubbish for a few hours. Oh, well, that's almost an hour gone already, and I've Not done a lot. I've painted them silver and got a wash on them. That's it. Oh. That's the only problem doing. I'm used to doing a bigger batch, but doing a batch of 8, I don't. By the time I finish doing one process, I can't go straight back into starting the other process because they're still wet. More or less. They ain't far off drying. Whew. Probably. I think if I go stream for another a bit longer. I'm a bit tired, to be honest. I can't really be able to stay up much longer, but I just know I need to get on and paint. If I don't paint, it don't get done. It's just going to sit there on the table looking at me. Especially when I know I've got some more miniatures coming. So I've bought some 4 Roman Auxiliary Cavalry. I just bought a sprue on eBay cheap, which I'm going to paint up. Yeah, that's coming in the post. So I've got my Auxiliary Infantry and that. So I just need to get on and paint. Sometimes it's like ripping off a plaster. You just got to get going, get it off. Ugh. Ugh. Just the tough stuff. Especially when I'm tired as well. I think, can I be bothered to do this, or can I just get in bed and prepare for tomorrow? Mentally prepare for tomorrow. Busy all time. Again, I need to let that dry. Soon. What was I going to do? It's going to be dry brush soon. Whenever this is wet still. Actually, yeah, we might as well. Imagine by the time I'm our point now. So I haven't actually done much today, but it was only a little stream. Yeah, so my next 8-man unit of Romans is taking shape. Hey Millers, you right? I was just thinking of going because I've done an hour and these guys are going to need to dry before I do anything else with them. And I don't want to stay up much later, as I wouldn't mind getting in bed, as it's not the weekend yet. But yeah, you haven't missed much, don't worry. I've literally painted some silver and washed it. But I have got 16 legionaries painted up from the last few streams. So just one more 8-man unit over here, and that makes 3 units of legionaries. And then I've got some other treats coming in the post, and I've got a sprue of 4 auxiliary cavalry, which I just picked up cheap, and I'm probably going to use that to do Wargamers Anonymous August challenge. Maybe I'm gonna have a think. So I've got them, so I might as well use them. But also, I'm gonna have to put pressure on myself because how many days have I got left? You know, by the time they turn up, it could be Monday, which is the 24th. Which, yeah, I have left it very late. Yeah, I wasn't going to do it, to be honest. I've spent the last couple of weeks just thinking kind of what could I do cavalry wise, and there's nothing really I want to have. There's nothing I need cavalry wise. I was thinking of maybe getting some Perry's ACW Perry's cavalry. I just haven't done it. And then this sprue came out cheap on eBay, so I thought, sod it, why not? So yeah, I'm gonna have a think if I want to enter or not. I don't think at the moment, especially, I don't think I'm in to do a. Even though it's only four horsemen, but to do that in a week, going to be painting every night, and I'm not really feeling it at the moment. I was chatting to like Paul Richardson the other day, and he was saying he's kind of lost his painting mojo, and I agree. I sympathise. I'm in the exact same boat. I'm very much out of the flow of painting. So, yeah, I don't think I want to put all that pressure on getting these done by. I don't want to let down our mate, Wargamers Anonymous. So I think I'll maybe skip it, and then I guess just see what next month's is. I don't really pay much attention to the Discord. Oh. So I'm not sure if they've even been talking about next month's yet. Challenge. So we'll see. See what he does next month. No, he's gone quiet. I've been a bit of the same doing this month challenge, not the figures I want to be painting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is really. I think I personally go through waves of painting. I do a mad blitz of paint everything, and then just nothing for a while. You know, I quite like playing on computer and stuff, computer games. So sometimes I just bounce back into gaming for a couple of weeks. Especially when I'm not really working necessarily on any videos currently either. I want to do a video once I've finished my Roman legionaries and just show them off. But normally I have like kind of a video that I'm working on, so I work on those miniatures to get a video out. But I haven't really got anything, to be honest. I do, but I mean I've got my World War One World War One Germans. I keep calling them Romans for some reason. I got my World War One Germans, but that's quite a big project to paint up, so that's not going to be anytime soon. I mean, I'll have a video coming out on this Roman auxiliary when I get it. I quite like doing unboxing videos, so I'll do that. No, I don't mind sticking the models together. I quite enjoy. It's just currently I'm a bit fed up of painting, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. What are you painting? I can't remember. I've seen yours, haven't I? What? Am I gonna have to open up another YouTube page? So many tabs open. YouTube. I'll go see what you're working on your challenge. Again, yeah, I haven't. I haven't really been watching. I think I was talking to Paul again as well. Is this what I think it is? I have. Oh, I have seen your video because it says I have. Oh yeah, you were doing your Is this English Civil War? Is it English Civil? Remember this now. Redcoats. Yeah. So you're kind of like halfway through, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Dragoons. So yeah, I guess yeah, like you said. Well, you said in your video you've done so many before already anyway, so it's kind of. I guess it's not necessarily a new unit to you, is it? If you've done quite a few before, it's probably just yeah. It's nice doing something fresh sometimes. That's why I quite like doing these Romans. I mean, I just think the shield transfers really just sets them off and it makes it quite fun. Quite cool. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm enjoying the Romans sort of at the moment, but it's still just getting through and getting it done. You just want to crack on, yeah. I want to start a War of the Roses stuff. Obviously chatting to you a lot the other day. I don't know where to start with it. Martin. I was talking to Martin on his. Well, I say Martin was on his stream of the Boots on the Table with Dom and all that, the Plastic Crack stream. And I asked him kind of what rule set he said, and he said he uses Hell Caesar. I don't know what rule sets you use. I think I want to look at a rule set and see if I like the game, and then maybe start investing it through that way. Because I want to build up an army, but I don't know what historically the army would be. You know, I kind of looked at the Perry's website, and you can have the archers, you can have the footmen, the heavy footmen and stuff like that. So I'm not 100% sure. If I were to buy one box set tomorrow, for instance, and start painting them up, I wouldn't know where to start. Yeah, I do like that stream. I do try check in when I can on that stream. Yeah, they're a good bunch. Especially when they're talking about starting a 6mm Gettysburg recreation. I'm thinking, I've got 6mm Confederates. Let's do it. You never mind. The bill hooks might be worth it. Oh, yeah. Who's never mind the bill hooks? I remember you saying. What was it you saying, or someone was telling me all about it? Oh, that's the rule set, isn't it? Am I right in saying that? Was it you telling me about never mind the bill hooks? Yeah, you've been looking at 6mm ACW or just 6mm in general. I've really liked the 6mm and building it, and then I just stopped. I think it's because I got some Adler 6mm online on Facebook really cheap, and I normally collect Bacchus, so I picked up some Adler and I painted it, and I just really, really didn't enjoy it. I really don't like the Adler stuff, and I think it's just completely bummed me out for my 6mm stuff at the moment. I've kind of priced it in my head of what I want to buy, so I can play Altar Freedom, Eastern Theatre. You know, I'm going to max out my Confederate army, so basically I'll have all the miniatures to run at all the battles in the Eastern Theatre. So yeah, I've kind of looked at that, which I got to spend about £70 or £80. I've got all the cavalry for it. I should have all the cannons for it. It's just the basic infantry. So at the moment, I've built up a division for Gettysburg. So I was basing it originally off Gettysburg, and I was going to build my army off that, and I think I've got a division for what was it, division or corps? I can't remember now. A corps, yeah. I think I've got first corps. I got Longstreet's corps. I think that's first corps. I don't know. I was tempted to do another ECW army, but I don't know if I could bring myself to do it. Yeah, I mean, if you got a pretty big 28 mil. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I really like 6 mil. I really like doing the backer 6 mil ACW. I thought it was really cool, and I'm like, where can I go next? I was looking at some Republican Roman 6 mil. I thought it'd be quite cool. Again, I don't know. I think it's like anything. It's, yeah, ECW 6 mil could be cool as well. I don't know. It's basically 6 mil. So anything we have 28 mil, but 6 mil if you want. So I kind of had a mentality in the back of my head of like a thought in the back of my head like trying to collect an army of each kind of era and stuff like that, or war, for instance. I want to get some American War of Independence miniatures at some point because that's not a era I've branched into. I really like the look of some English Civil War stuff, maybe some Royalists. But again, I don't really know enough about it, but it'd be nice to kind of branch into that. And then, sorry, yawning. And then some War of Roses, I think would be quite cool because I haven't done any sort of medieval stuff. And I'd say War of Roses is quite medieval, in a way. Maybe a bit late, but yeah. So I don't know what my next thing is. I really like ancients, so that's why I'm doing my Romans at the moment. But I actually got some Nick at British Legion sent me some 6mm Republican Romans. Looks really cool. So yeah, maybe him sending me this is kind of giving me the giving me a nudge on what to do next. Maybe, I don't know. Very nice. A while back, I had planned a regiment of British infantry for each war as well to show the change values. Oh, that's a really cool idea. Yeah, that's not a bad idea actually. I've got some Anglo Zulu British somewhere up in my loft. They're not painted anyway. I think they were primed, but prime them properly and redo it because it's back. I bought them back. I couldn't paint. I've got some Highlanders from the Napoleon, some World War II British kind of deserts as well. I guess it would be quite cool doing model army onwards. That'd be quite interesting. Yeah, I mean that'd be cool. Like a little go from each of the eras. You know, yeah, that'd be quite each of the eras. Like you said, kind of an evolution of the British Army, which should be quite cool. Maybe I'll do some hobby stuff with Stug to tomorrow night, unless it's just going to be chatting. Who knows? We'll see. Let's just want to finish off these. I did have Stug actually message on this chat earlier. He messaged once and then disappeared, so I'm guessing he's middle of work. Said I'm back into ACW. It feels good. And then gone. So I think he started a Napoleonic 6 mil. He started a big Napoleonic 6 mil project, and I don't know. I feel like that's possibly taking control at the moment, and what for ACW. So I imagine he's looking forward to getting back into it. You'd probably start with VC because when they brought in what would become the Redcoat with the new model army. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the new model army would be, I'd say, a logical place to start because especially with the Redcoat. And then I always found it like interesting the kind of what would you call it? I can't think of the word now. The words escapes me, but the transition. So the transition from red to khaki, I thought was quite interesting. Like the Boer War, is it? Am I right in thinking it was that era that the British stopped using red coats, red jackets, and going to more khaki, which yeah, I don't know. I thought that's quite interesting. It's interesting they kind of go from red coats and it don't make a difference to actually no, we probably ought to blend in when we can. Yeah, you're going to have however many years of the British redcoat. Well, I probably could figure out how many years, but I can't bother. Yeah, so that'd be quite a cool project to do, mate. I'd be quite interested to see it if you ever did a video. I just can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. Yeah, late Victorian colonial era. Yeah, exactly. Old Vic. Yeah, I think it was like. I think it was the Boer War because they were saying how they still had this line, like say, like your Anglo-Zulu War mentality of line up and volley fire and all that, and then they go against the Boers who kind of hide up in the mountains and kind of skirmish a lot. They find that to kind of change their battle tactics a bit from tight packed formations to kind of skirmish lines and stuff like that. Which I thought was really interesting. That war, and also you kind of think that war then sets you up for going into World War One and stuff, where yeah, looking at like Anglo-Zulu War and a World War One, and you think how did you get from that to that, which I think is really interesting. And obviously, there's going to be more things attribute to that change, but still, yeah, really interesting. I guess also the Anglo-Zulu War. You look at Anglo-Zulu War and then compare it to World War One, where I would personally compare it to like the Battle of the Somme, where it's a completely different place of the world. Even in World War One, you've got, I want to say it's the pith helmet in World War One, but or similar, or, you know, you've got that sort of style of helmet, and they still wore that in the desert conflicts and kind of Africa campaigns and stuff. So I guess the uniform was close in a way. It's just fascinating going how warfare and stuff evolves. Right, I'm gonna go, mate. So I'm not actually doing any painting now. I'm just chatting, and I want to get in bed. So thanks for popping by anyway, mate. Me and Stug are streaming tomorrow night at 10:30, which is a late one, but it's not for old Stug. So we'll be on then. Well, cheers. Oh yeah, you're going anyway. That's fine. Yes, well, cheers for popping by anyway, bud. And yeah, if you want to check us out tomorrow night, check us out tomorrow night. Okay, well, thanks for everyone who's watched my stream. Like I said, I'll be on tomorrow night with Stug at 10:30, which is a Friday night. So yeah, cheers guys. Hope you enjoyed it and keep an eye out for the next one. Thanks.